I just saw a video today of a guy who was talking about how he works at this car dealership. A little bit younger than me, probably 22. I'm 26 right now. And he was saying he would rather die than work a 9 to 5. And I agree 100%. And the point he was making was your employer, you're building someone else's dream. Like right now, I'm an over the road truck driver and I'm helping to build someone else's business. And when I leave this job, I have nothing except for what I would have saved. And even your cash, if you're saving that, is dwindling away because the entire economy is stacked against the working man and woman. As I'm sure you've noticed, inflation eats away your wages, and now our earnings are not outpacing inflation. So you're giving more, you got more experience and giving more of your life to a company, and you're earning less over time. My job, this industry, just trucking period, every single year we're all losing money. We're gaining money in raises, but in reality we're losing money in purchasing power. And it's not trucking, it's an economy issue. You can see that like the richest of the rich are getting massive gains in their income, while the common worker is getting their paycheck squeezed by the government who keeps printing money. And the point here is that you have to go out on your own. There's a way to win, and the government's not going to do it for you, and your employer is not going to do it for you. Now, some of you might have really good jobs, like pilots have been saying like year over year a lot of growth in their income. There are some good jobs out there, but if you want to actually be successful, there is hope, and that's in starting a business for a lot of people. For me, I've seen my income triple over the past 4 years. If we look at my income, I've been tracking my income over the past few years. $23,000 is what I made in 2020. I was a trash man. And this year, 2024, I should be making six figures. And that's not just for my job. I actually lost money. For the past 3 years in this industry, I've been making $5,000 less. My business, I started 2 years ago. If it wasn't for my business, I'd be losing money. But because of my business, I'm making more every year. And I work 70 hours at my job. I use my excess time on my business. You can do that. That's how you get ahead in this kind of economy, because your job's not going to cut it. The raises aren't keeping up. For some really weird reason, I'm not an economist, but what I do know is something is messed up. And for the way forward for you is to find some way you can create value and then provide that to the economy. Find a problem someone has and then bring them a solution, and they're going to pay you for that. And that's the best way for you to get ahead in this economy. Take everything you have that you can spare and throw it into your business, because times are only going to get tougher. It's what it looks like. It's like the world's going to like the dumpster. Wars all over the place, mass inflation, the stock market just collapsed. So you can get ahead, but don't expect anybody to do it for you. Your employer isn't going to do it for you. Now, my employer treats me well. They pay me well, but to be where I want to be, for you want to be, you have to step out and do something different. And so that's my response on that video I saw where he was talking about I'd rather die than working a 9 to 5. I would too. You got to work on someone else's time. They tell you to come to work when you're coming to work. I want to go home and see my family whenever I want. I want to go on vacation wherever and whenever I want. I'm not asking someone for permission. Currently, I have to do that. I shouldn't have to. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. It's not going to remain that way. I'm going to do what I want and when I want, and I'm going to build that life for me. And you can do the same. But until you do that, you're someone else's servant who actually did go out there and do it. Because fear or something else is holding you back. Sure, you might not have the finances right now. I was literally a trash man living in my mom's basement, about 90 pounds overweight. I was a smoker. I was all kinds of things that you just, the worst of the worst is what I was rolled up into one. That's what I was like 4 years ago. And it took 4 years of very hard work to get me where I am. And I'm positioning myself where I'm about to have a massive breakthrough, get out of this job, and have that lifestyle I want. So yeah, I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5. And if you feel the same way, you can make a change. So hopefully that provides you some motivation or insight into building your own business, making the change you want to see, because you can do it.